Hello Aquarius, Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is for the week ahead. Aquarius, how you doing? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. Got some oracles here we're going to look at, Aquarius, before we throw down the tarot. The oracles are always for the overall sort of energy of the week, and then we're going to get some details about that energy with the tarot. Thanks for showing up here, Aquarius. If you're the ride or die, thanks for coming back. If you're brand new, welcome. And if you'd like to know about how to access the extended reading at the end of this reading, or if you're interested in having a live or a pre-recorded private reading, there's a bunch of sales on. I'll tell you about that at the end. All right, let's find out what's going on here. Tell me about Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. One more. Oh, two more. Okay, I'll take them. I don't like to give back the blessings. So we've got the gavel. It says here, involvement with the law. Could be something coming up that is legal for you that you need to take care of. It says here, someone is leaving your life. You're at the end of a situation. We do have advice from a friend. It says here, someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want. We have the desk. It says, pay attention to your work. We have the bird. It says, waiting for news, package or a letter. And it says, keep your life in balance. So it does feel like you are going through some sort of dramatic situation in your life at this time. It feels like that there is somebody who is about to leave your life. Now, I don't know if you want them to leave your life or if you're asking them to leave your life, or maybe they're doing it because they want to and you don't want to, but it feels like somebody has driven a wedge between you and somebody else. So we'll just leave that there until we get the tarot on the table. And so I feel like you are expecting news or expecting a package. It feels like or maybe you're hoping for that. And it could be from work, absolutely. It says to make sure that you are paying attention to your work. And I feel like there's something here that you're trying to do to keep your life in balance. Let's find out what else is going on. Tell me what else is going on for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So we have, what did it say here? Advice from a friend. I feel like you're wanting to seek advice from a friend about something that is winding down or about to come to an end. I feel that you feel that, I'm not sure if this wedge is about the person, like I feel like something is winding down or coming to an end. It could be a situation or a cycle of your life, but it could be with somebody else. And it feels like here that it says here, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. So it could be that we're talking about a person, either you're leaving their life or they're leaving yours, that you feel like whatever has gone on here has put a wedge between you and someone else, a good friend, someone who would give you great advice. Tell me what else we need to know about Aquarius, please. There you are. We asked for Aquarius and you appear. We got the King of Swords. We are in a general reading. Please remember that. It's not going to resonate with everyone. We've got the Justice card. We've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Wands, the Four of Wands, and we've got the Eight of Wands. Oh, we've got the Wheel on the bottom of the deck. So everything is changing. Everything is about to change in the week ahead. And I think it's already starting, to be honest, because something is winding down, or it says the end of a situation. It does feel like you want advice from a friend because the end of a situation is about to show up. It feels like this waiting for news, package, or a letter feels like communication, that you want to reach out possibly with communication because you're showing up right here. The scales, right? It's very interesting that the scales are here. It says keep your life in balance, and then Libra shows up here with the scales. It feels like it could be justice as well, right? We've got the gavel, involvement with the law. So it could be that you're dealing with something that's legal. You will receive a gift, and it could be a gift of advice from a friend. I'm just saying, I feel like there's something that you're going through right now, Aquarius, and it feels like it's pretty heavy. I feel like there is something, a cycle of your life that's winding down. Maybe that you went on a cycle of your life, you had a plan, you went for it. I think we've been talking about that in your readings. And it feels like now this cycle is coming to an end. That possibly advice that you got from a friend was, maybe this isn't what you should be doing, or maybe this isn't the thing for you if you're not happy being there. It says here someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. I feel that there is a cycle that is coming to an end, and it feels like with this wedge here, that it feels like there's something that is keeping you from getting the thing that you want, from speaking to a friend. It feels like you're holding back for some reason. You're waiting for things to come into balance. It feels like the Justice card being here, the scales are here twice. It feels like something needs to come into balance before you bring this cycle, whatever cycle or chapter of your life you're in, to an end. Because look, everything's changing, and this is a new cycle. This is a new chapter for you. So I feel like something that you were working on doing, a path you had taken, is winding down. So it could be something you had for a set time. Maybe you thought, okay, I'll go there for 6 months, and if it doesn't work out in 6 months, then I'll go back to the way I was doing it before. But it feels like here that you're here with your own energy here, this Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, right? And it feels like you're about to, cut somebody out, or you're about to be very honest about a situation. And I feel it's in order to restore balance with somebody. It could be with a friend. It feels almost like a friend's advice said to you, if it doesn't work out in 6 months, you can always come back home. Like, maybe it feels like that. It feels like there is some sort of justice going on. It could be a legal thing for some of you, because we do have, this gavel, and now we have scales, right? We have justice here. We have the Three of Pentacles. I think we're talking about the friend here. I think there is somebody this friend, I think, or friend of a friend, or someone that you met in a social group or a network, it feels like there's someone you can trust, right? They're collaborative and cooperative. It feels like this is someone that you can trust. The dog barking here says advice from a friend, and it does feel like this friend maybe said to you, you know what, you can always turn and come back home. I feel like the thing is I feel like this King of Swords energy and the Six of Wands energy is telling me that you don't want to really be honest or truthful with yourself, that a path you had set out, or that something didn't go as planned. It feels like here with the Six of Wands, because the Six of Wands, although it is about victory and success, it is about victory and success, coming home from the fight, coming home from the war. So it is about coming home. And so that's why I'm saying that I think that maybe you're away, or that you went on a different path and you decided you were going to do something. I feel like this friend gives you a lot of stability. This is somebody who I feel you see in your dreams, possibly. It does feel like this is someone that you do want to talk to, because everything is changing in your life, and maybe you need some advice, or you just need a sympathetic ear. Yeah, we've got the Six of Swords here. So it does feel like you're in transition, or everything is changing and moving and expanding. And I feel like whatever plan you had is not necessarily the plan. It's not necessarily going to plan. We've got pay attention to your work. That could be part of it as well. It could be that you are away for work, or that you're away working. Tell me about this King of Swords and the Six of Wands here. Why does the King of Swords want to go home? It's like you're going home, or you are... I feel like you just you need attention of a friend who gives you stability and balance. Somebody who's on your side. That's what it feels like here. We've got the Three of Wands. We've got the Page of Swords, and we've got the World card. So I definitely think that there is a chapter of your life that's coming to an end here, and it does feel like it's because of some sort of information that you dug up, something that you realized, something you came to the truth of. It feels like the Three of Wands tells me that in the future you will be going home. It does feel like you are traveling back from where you were. This could be mentally. This could be, literally, like physically, maybe you are traveling, but it feels like the Three of Wands is the future energy, and it feels like there is something that's coming up in the future that is going to make you close this chapter. It feels almost like this here is like, it's like something has lost its spark, or the situation is winding down and you're not sure if it's over or not, and then all of a sudden the information comes to light, boom, it's over. You exact with your with your swift sword here, and you just bring truth and honesty into the situation, and I think that you just end it. I think that you need to do that in order to bring things back into balance in your life. It feels like you may get some news, right? I was just thinking of this Page of Swords. You may get some news that causes you to close the door or close the chapter of whatever you're doing here. Tell me about this Three of Pentacles. There's somebody here that I feel that you trust, that gives you stability. This person is somebody who feels like home, because we have the Four of Wands here, and the Four of Wands is stability, probably within the home. I feel like you have fun with this person because it is celebration, fun, and excitement as well. We've got the Queen of Wands. This might be someone who's quite beautiful or handsome, or you're quite attracted to them or their energy. This is someone who is brave. They're very brave and bold. They make very bold moves. And I think maybe this is the person who is the friend that you receive advice from. We've got the Temperance card. And we've got the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you get really good healing conversation, reciprocal energy. It feels like, you know, when you don't have enough energy, this person lends you theirs, and when they don't have enough energy, you lend them yours. It feels like this is eventually turns out to be like a back and forth, that it's a very healing reciprocal energy that you get from the Queen of Wands, I want to say. We've got the Ace of Wands. I think there's attraction here. That's what it looks like. It feels like this person who is always there for you, that feels like home, that feels like stability. This person, I feel like you're quite attracted to them. They are a friend, though. This is someone that is not on your radar as someone who is a romantic connection. Tell me what you're trying to bring into balance here. Tell me about justice. What are you trying to bring into balance here? We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Two of Swords and Ten of Cups. You're trying to make some sort of decision that you've been putting off. I feel like this person who gives you good advice is somebody that you want to talk to before you decide to close the door. I feel like you've been watching this person from a distance, and possibly you see this person as someone who's very busy. The Six of Wands is about getting a lot of attention. And so I feel like that maybe this friend is somebody who you see is too busy to deal with you. But the Two of Swords is here, and it tells me that you have to make some sort of decision. You're going to go this way or that way. And so if you go this way, you gotta end the path going that way. And if you go that way, you got to end the path going this way. It feels like you've been waiting or holding back. There's a bit of a block for you to make a decision because the Ten of Cups is involved. It feels like maybe you need advice from a friend about a relationship that you're in. It might include children. Maybe somebody here has children that you're dating. Maybe you have children. But it feels like the Ten of Cups here, I feel like you need to make a decision about where your happiness is. And this is something here. I really think that you might be dealing with a karmic connection, and you're wondering whether you should stay in the karmic connection or whether this is like a soulmate connection. It does feel like with justice being here that you are in a karmic cycle, and I think that cycle is about to come to an end, is what it feels like here. So I feel like you are blocked, but you need to make a decision, and you've been holding back, but you're waiting for the situation. I feel like you're waiting for the situation to wind down because you don't want to be the one to cut away first. It does feel like a relationship, or it feels like a job, or something really important that, you know, it's going to be a major change in your life, right? The World card being here. And I feel like though it comes like this Page of Swords energy tells me that you get some news or something that you didn't expect to get, and that's what causes you to close the chapter here. So I feel like you are going to communicate with somebody here. It feels like it could be the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is quite psychic. This is Sagittarius energy for me. And the Queen of Wands is quite psychic. They could be somebody who is really good at giving advice. I feel like you're waiting for a certain time, waiting for the right time to communicate with this person. I really do feel like you're excited to communicate with them, but I also feel like you're at the Two of Wands. She's got a wand, and then there's an Ace of Wand. And so I feel like this person is somebody who you need to be really prepared to speak to. Might be because you feel seen by them, or that this person picks up on your energy. It feels like this is sort of psychic energy you're dealing with here. So tell me about the Eight of Wands. Why do you need to make communication with the Queen of Wands? because they are your spiritual teacher. We have the Empress in the reverse. Oh boy. Okay. I feel like the advice that you need from this person is relationship advice, but you're not sure if you should ask. It feels like this Empress in reverse tells me that you want to communicate about the Empress in reverse. I feel like you were in a relationship where you felt like you were dealing with an Empress, but I feel like you were dealing with an Empress in reverse. This person on the outside took really good care of themselves, right? Queen of Pentacles took really good care of themselves. Maybe they do their hair great. Maybe they're beautiful or handsome. Someone who looks really good. Maybe a bit of thirst trap energy, right? But it feels like this is getting really heavy, and you've realized that the person that you're dealing with is actually not the Empress in the upright. It's the Empress in reverse. And the Empress in reverse is not really interested in, they're more interested in superficial things than they are interested in deep things. They want you to believe that they're really connected spiritually, connected monetarily, that they're very stable, that they've got their own stuff, that they're very bold and brave and all that stuff, but they're really not. But you assume it by looking at them on the outside. It's the mask that they show you. So I feel like somebody here is... you've realized through the news and a little bit of digging that this person is actually not the person that you thought they were, and it's now become to a place of burnout or pressure. I feel now pressured to stay in the situation, but now I'm starting to see this person for who they really are. I feel like this Queen of Wands is probably a friend who I feel brings things into balance for you or helps you heal, because I feel like you're in this energy going into the future here. You're in this Five of Cups energy, sadness, regret, that you entered into this Ten of Cups thing, or what you thought was Ten of Cups thing, and now it's not working out the way you thought it would. So we've got the Hierophant here. So there's somebody here who is a spiritual teacher for you, and I think that you want to communicate with them and see if you can get any advice. We're going to talk a little bit about more about that as we get into the extended, who the Hierophant is for you, what advice you need from this person, because I feel like you're trying to get out of some sort of relationship, or you've been you feel like you don't have enough information about whether you should close the door or not, and you're really asking for advice from, like, spiritual advice from somebody. So they could be your spiritual teacher. We do have the King of Swords. Sorry, not the King, but the Knight of Swords. We have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Devil energy here. The Five of Wands is here as well. So I feel like it feels like you are, with the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands, something is about to change quickly because you've had some sort of a breakthrough with the Sun. It feels like you've realized that something is toxic and now it's confusing. I feel like you just kind of want to get aggressive, blurt it out. What the hell is this? Like, I feel like you're sort of sitting on the precipice of something that you know is dying, and you don't really want to be, like, in your King of Swords energy to deal with it. But I feel like being in Gemini can't be that great either. Just gonna say, when you get aggressive with your verbally, when you get aggressive, I feel like you don't want to do that because you're trying to change. But this whole situation for you has been very confusing. And it's turned into some sort of toxic gameplay. It feels like here with the Five of Wands that somebody's got you in some type of competition. And I feel like you're dealing with a broken heart. So I feel like this person here is somebody that you're going to reach out to for advice. We're going to talk more about what's going on here and what's coming to an end and the advice and the person that you're reaching out to, because the Empress, we'll find out what's going on with the Empress and what the advice of the Hierophant might be for you. I don't know why you're reaching out to them, but maybe we'll talk. You're not reaching out to the Hierophant, but maybe we'll talk about that. If you're interested in seeing the extended, we're going to clarify this just a little bit more, give some more clarity to this. And I'm going to do that in the extended. Please look in the pinned comment. There is a link to my membership area, which is where all the extendeds are. And if you're interested in a private read, whether it is live with me on the phone, in text, or in video, or if you are interested in a pre-recorded reading, there is 10% off the pre-recorded readings and anywhere from 5 to 75% off of the readings that are live. So if you're interested in doing that, come on over. Everything you need is in the pinned comment, including a discount code. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. See you in the extended if that's where you are, and if not, I will be back because I am always back. See you, Aquarius. Bye-bye.